Hi, welcome to this video today, which is on the 12th of June. It's Saturday. This is our weekly Forex forecast. In terms of the video today, we're going to look at 8 pairs that we particularly like for the week ahead. We'll go over to the charts in just a moment. Now, in terms of the Forex markets over the last few weeks, they've been pretty frustrating and boring in our view. Not too much volatility and a lot of choppy price action, but we think that could well end next week. We have a high impact news event, which is the Fed. I do not see the Fed being any more dovish than the market expects. And in terms of speculators, they've gone heavily short of the dollar. So we're looking for a rebound in the USD. So we'll look at some US dollar pairs. I'm also focused on some crosses as well, which I think offer really good risk to reward. So what we will do now is we will go and take a look at the charts. But just before we do so, please do keep in mind, it is my view as of right now. It can of course change in line with the market action and conditions. If you want all our trading techniques, our daily technical sentiment analysis of 14 FX pairs, all you need to do is click on the link beneath this video. You get live access to our member centre. You can also follow our Facebook page, join our Facebook group of traders, and check out our recommended regulated ECN broker. And I'm just doing some updates in the member centre, so I'm just going to use the charts from there. So let's go and take a look at the first pair, and it's our favourite one of all. It is USD CAD. Right, first pair USD CAD. This one's got our biggest allocation. I've talked about it on the Facebook page. I also did a video a few days ago on it as well, which you can check out. Why do we really like this position? Well, this big sell-off here sees speculators build up their biggest short position in a year. I'll show you the speculative short position in a moment, but you get a poke down here to 120 and another one to 120. This is a big monthly support level, but no more sellers down here. The specs can't push through this level. We chop up, very low volatility. You can see it by the type Bollinger Bands, but now we break out. Okay, although we finished off the high. Now, in terms of what we're looking for is speculators get run on stop, push up to these big resistance levels. Now, just to show you the speculative position, this is latest COT net traders positions. Regular viewers know it's our favorite sentiment tool. If you're new to this indicator, unfamiliar with it, check out our video called COT net traders indicator. But just in brief, for anyone new watching, we've got two groups: commercials, they're hedgers, they're smart money at turning points, and then you've got large speculators, hedge funds, big managed money. Okay. And what you've got on this chart, and we're not interested in every twist and turn, okay? We're looking for big divergences between the two groups, which we've got here. It's a year extreme. Speculators heavily long the CAD and commercials heavily short. On the CFD, it's always the foreign currency first. This is CAD USD. But this speculative position, we think, could get run on stop, okay? So in terms of, if you wanted to come in fresh to this one, we came in early. We've got 100 pips so far, which is not much, obviously. But if you want to come in fresh, go through the high. This high here, if that gives way, specs, I think, should get run, okay? If we dip back to the 20-day moving average, you just key off the green line, which is 20-day moving average, or the first level of support, really, which is the low of this candle here. Stop behind here, okay? We'll see what happens, but the CAD been strong across the board. We like it as a short in two other pairs, two crosses, which I'll come to in a moment. Right, next pair is AUD USD, which has seen very choppy price action. Now, in terms of the Fed, in my intro, I did say I cannot see them being any more dovish than the market expects. They won't be, okay? And people, or the majority, have generally been very bearish of the dollar. I'm not going to discuss the Fed in detail in this video. I'll just go and check my Facebook page tomorrow, okay? In terms of this pair, in terms of the price action, it's very choppy. I thought we had a good short trade coming in here. We would just follow through to the downside. This has happened in a lot of pairs recently. You just chop sideways, okay? But we're fallen now to the 77 level. And I think if that gives way, I could have drawn a line here. that would break the range, target 74, and then monthly support at 70. Okay, that's longer term, that monthly support. Now, in terms of the Aussie dollar, although it's been pretty choppy and sideways, the market very bullish of the Aussie. They say it should go higher. A lot of analysts say it should go up to 80 because we've got risk on in the markets, stock market's firm. Commodities, best year in 40. Huge rise in commodities. Now, that should be really bullish for the Aussie, but it can't go up. So if bullish news doesn't push a pair higher, be aware of the breakdown. I've got a small position in this one. Obviously, breakdown here, we've held it, but this is kind of not doing much. You want your money working hard. So it's a small position. Bigger one will come in if we break the 77 level, and then I expect the volatility to pick up to the downside. In terms of the AUD USD, bring up the monthly chart, you can see a sell-off. Then obviously the pandemic really makes it go down. We bounce, come up, and now trade sideways, low volatility. That level there, 70, I think, is fair value for the Aussie, and I think longer term we could well go down to that level. We'll see what happens. I'm kind of waiting to see if we can break low, but I think upside is limited. So looking to load this one up. Next pair is going to be Euro USD. Right, on the Euro against USD. Now, in terms of Euro USD, I think it looks a good trade setup. I'm not actually trading this one myself. I'm doing a proxy Euro currency. Regular viewers will know we tend to prefer the proxies to the euro. Why? Because if the euro is going down, you very often get the proxies go down quicker. And same as if it's rising. So you've got an enhanced risk to reward, and you don't have so much stop hunting, big institutions, HFTs, high frequency traders trying to get stopped. So we like the proxies. Okay, so in terms of the euro, looks a good trade setup. We think it's going down. I'll show you the proxy pair we're looking at in a moment. But now in terms of this price action, nice move to the upside above 122. I never thought that we would get above 122 actually. I thought we would stall into the level. We go above the level. We took an aggressive trade. 122.20 comes below level, goes back above, and then really struggles and down. Very messy price action. I think if we take out 121 now, we should go to 120, then down to 118. There's not big money long of the euro. I posted on our Facebook page on the euro. We are just so bearish of the euro fundamentals, but it's been all about dollar weakness, okay, and the Fed, not looking to taper, etc. Like I said, the Fed are not going to be more dovish than the market expects. So I'm looking for the euro, which fell on Friday, to potentially come down to 120 to 180. I think rallies will be selling opportunities. Now, in terms of the proxy I like, it's this one. USD PLN, US dollar against a Polish zloty. Now, in terms of this pair, it is a lesser looked at pair, as I've stressed this frequently in our videos. They very often give you really good risk to reward, okay? Not just in the euro correlated currencies, but just generally. A lot of people say, well, you don't get such tight spreads. You don't. You can get reasonable spreads. Our broker gives very reasonable spreads. Okay, so that they will not impact on your risk reward because the minor pairs are very often more volatile. Now, in terms of the price action, we come down strongly. Take out this 20-day moving average here, the green line. Drop, briefly get through the 20-day moving average. Drop, holds it again, down, holds it there. The volatility drops here. Then you get the explosive blue candle, takes out the 20 and two resistance level. This one being the main one. Very bullish candle just off the high. Okay, I think come through the high and the stop can be tucked back here. Okay, or if we drift back to these support levels, you can key off them with a stop back behind here. I think the Polish zloty, I won't go through the fundamentals here, is the weakest of the proxies. Okay, so it's got a really good risk to reward on it. Obviously, our targets have got to come to fruition, but it's looking good so far. Okay, where do we want to go next? I want to go to another euro pair. I'm going to go to Euro JPY. All right, on the chart of Euro JPY, and it's been a nice big move to the upside. But I think now we're going to see a big move to the downside. But we push up here. Look at this big blue, yeah? You get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 candles trying to break 134. Low volatility, no more buyers up here. Full. Hold the 20-day moving average. Try and get through this first level of resistance. So this big red here. We can't do it. Get brief tail there above the previous body. Then we go through the 20. Try and get through it again. Can't. And now we're sitting below the 133 level. And speculators are heavily long of the euro. Commercial hedgers are short. I think any rallies now, those resistance lines are selling opportunities, and we should see a big breakdown to 130 and possibly longer term on to 128. This is one of the best divergences in terms of the COT and the crosses, and you can check that in the spreadsheet in the website. But yeah, I like the look of this one. Just basically looking for a trend reversal downside. I would rule out we get a bit of choppy price action, but I think euro upside is on borrowed time. Another JPY trade I like is this one. The CAD is just most overbought major of all. The yen has obviously been soft. Did I say earlier? It's probably the most hated currency with the USD. Come up here, bang. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 little candles, can't get up. Then you've got another 5 here. Low volatility. Look at the tightness on these Bollinger Bands. This level here, if it gives way, then I think we're going down to 86. Possible run on to 84. And again, in terms of the crosses, this is a good COT divergence. So we know that if we do break lower and the volatility picks up, that's probably going to be the stops getting taken out. Okay, so I really like the look of this pair. I'm in it, but I want to add. Okay, on the breakout, we shall see what happens. Now let's finish off with GBP CAD and 2 other USD pairs. All right, USD CHF. In terms of this pair, I really like it. A lot of people think, well, it doesn't move that much. It's not that volatile, but it is a really good trending pair. You had a big move up here. We were lucky enough to get most of that, but we didn't get any of this fall here. We wanted to go long. We tried here, didn't work. We're long at the moment, 90-40. Okay. But we're sitting underwater at the moment, but we're holding support. A couple of tail pokes, 3 tail pokes through the level that I've put as support. Need to get through here. Okay, get through here, then we should hopefully see a nice move to the upside. We've got a nice trend up, down, looking for another one to the upside. So I like the look of this pair. What else have we got? We have got USD ZAR. This has been the strongest currency against the USD. Over the last few months, and you can see how it's pushed the USD down. It is a really big move, but here we're now holding monthly support. We had a blue on Friday, held the support levels on a closed basis, can't get through the 20. We needed to run the 20-day moving average and this double trend line. If we do, we're already in. You can see our position. We'll add another one and we'll look for immediate follow through. Our view is, I've done a whole video on this pair, which you can check out, did it a few days ago. Stops are pretty close because there's a lot of what they call carry trades in this pair short, okay? So if we do break higher, we should get good follow through. I think we can get to 1460, maybe even higher. Yeah, if we got to 1460, we'll be happy. If we do break higher, I will bring the stop up, okay? We'll see how price action unfolds. So is that, no, it's not all the pairs. I need to do GBP CAD, don't I? GBP CAD, this pair, big full rise. Look at this for choppy sideways action. Very messy. Our view is pound most historically, it's the currency that's the most historically oversold. It's too far away from fair value, and yeah, CAD is overbought, so we're looking for a move higher. And at the moment, I think if you want to come in fresh, I know it's very messy, go through this high, okay, and the stop can be tucked behind this level here. If we retrace back, you can come off the support levels, okay, but through the high, then we should go up 174, then 176. I expect the volatility to really pick up. So there we have my 8 pairs to look out for next week. I'll post info on the Facebook page in terms of background to the Fed meeting, sentiment in pairs, and other info. Just check it. Should have it all in. I don't know if I said so earlier on, by about 5 p.m. tomorrow, ready for the open of next week. It will be all about the Fed. Now, don't rule out we can chop around into the Fed or whatever. The dollar can fall back a bit, chop around, but I think the risks now are for a big dollar rally to unfold. Market just too bearish, too short. We shall see. But that is the video for today. Thank you very much for watching as per usual. Take care. Have a good day.